The Gwyneth Paltrow ski accident trial, I think, is so much better than the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial because the stakes are lower and we're all just free to breathe and just relax and find this funny without any strings attached.
I don't know if it was Andrea on Twitter the other day or Jamie, but one of them said, like, I love how she's not even trying to look like she understands what a normal person's life is like. She's an elitist and she knows it. Like she's just in court looking completely inaccessible to the average person.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people have always liked about Gwyneth Paltrow is that she like makes no overtures toward being like relatable. Like she knows that she's elegant and like elevated beyond the rest of us.
And it's part of what she's selling, right?
Yeah,
I mean, all of
a lifestyle brand.
It's the lifestyle of like an elite, semi-crunchy, super wealthy.
Yeah.
Okay. I need you guys to explain me crunchy. Can somebody explain to me crunchy?
I have a different definition from you guys, I think.
Okay.
Well, I just heard the term in 21 Jump Street the other day. It's not that new of a term. It's just, someone who's kind of
granola.
Hippie, but they're not
like all natural things.
Okay.
They are in touch with sort of, more holistic efforts to heal, stuff like that. But in this case, Gwyneth Paltrow will tell you should push a jade egg somewhere because it has healing properties and probably also still gets Botox.
I like that we called her classy and she has like a vagina candle.
Her net worth is now greater than that of Robert Downey Jr. almost exclusively because of Goop.
It took me a minute to put this together, but it's called Goop because that's her initials with an extra O in the middle.
Oh, what?
I don't know what her middle name is.
The second O stand
They should have called it GOP.
Yeah, is it just going to be the GOP, the Grand Old Party? Like
that's what she wanted.
I don't know.
She like sued the GOP. She's like, you give me those letters.
But anyway,
there's actually a term called long GOP high def, which was a type of high definition they used to use on tape cameras back in the day, where every other frame is high def.
Okay,
and the
film
frames
school
in
guy.
between were not.
So here's the gist of it. This happened 7 years ago, and this has been a brutal legal battle ever since, I suppose. This guy, Terry Sanderson, allegedly crashed into Gwyneth Paltrow on a ski slope in Utah 7 years ago. And initially, he wanted to sue her for $3.1 million in damages. And now, over time, it's been whittled down to only $300,000 in damages.
Ruthless.
She is countersuing for $1, just $1, plus all of her legal fees. So it's going to end up in the six figures anyway. It's a high stakes lawsuit for that reason, but it does give her the appearance of taking the high road.
Yeah.
So here was her testimony the other day. She said, I was skiing and two skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart. Here's where it gets a little bit spicy, guys. This is like ski trial gone sexual. And then there was a body pressing against me.
There's a $20 super chat. Read that first so we can come back to this.
Old Warrior 34 said her reasoning for the extra letters is that successful internet companies have two O's in them like Google or Yahoo. I wish I was kidding.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank
Noticing
you.
patterns, I'm telling you.
That's funny because I was just listening to this in-depth multi-part review of her Goop docu-series that came out like a few years ago about her company and her company culture and like her and her employees going on this like self-discovery journey, doing like ice baths and fasting and all of these like naturopath. They like took literally a workshop course on masturbation. It was a lot. Yeah.
Poop culture crisis.
Where do you sign up for that?
Goop
I'm
culture.
Just curious.
Do you need a lesson?
I'm pretty sure it was females only.
No! I mean,
Anyway.
even better. Can you tell me where to sign up for that?
She said, then there was a body pressing against me, and that Terry Sanderson was making a strange grunting noise, and she initially thought that it might be a sexual assault. She said he was making some strange noises that sounded male.
She's had 7 years, and this is the story she comes up with.
Based.
Nice.
Somebody
Good
also
job.
pointed out in the chat 2 O's, Tim Pool. 2 O's in Pool. So,
Wow.
Okay.
it keeps going.
She said, my brain was trying to make sense of what was happening. I thought, is this a practical joke? Is someone doing something perverted? I mean, just the fact that she would even go there in her mind is so funny to me. Like, he wouldn't have even known whether you were a woman or a man if you're on the
Depends on what
ski
she's
slope
wearing.
many
Like
miles
said.
away in a snowsuit.
Ski too.
It's literally hashtag ski too.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what kind of snowsuit were you wearing?
Yeah, well, she shouldn't have been dressed like that.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
how were you dressed? Was it a form-fitting?
It's a
ski
joke.
suit?
She's gonna tell her lawyers, I can't be alone in a room with this guy. Anything could happen.
So this was a
He sounded
70-year-old.
male.
Yeah, and this was a 70-year-old retired optometrist. And I'm just picturing him just flying through the icy air, breathing heavily, and just ready to assault the next person
in his brand new
path.
I'm picturing brand new skis, brand new jacket. He goes once every couple of years with all brand new gear. Like just a total poser. I love it.
Yeah, neither of the people in this situation are exactly relatable to the average person. She said she was very upset and yelled at him, "You skied directly into my effing back." And then
She really shouldn't have been stopped on a mountain. Like she shouldn't have.
Well, we don't know if she was stopped because that's the point of contention. He's saying he had the right of way. She's saying she had the right of way. He claims she was paying attention to one of her kids who was further down and that she shouldn't have been in the way. But then if this was a situation where they were in cars, he would still be considered at fault because if you're following behind someone and you
Yeah.
rear end them.
This is my
it's
favorite
on
case.
you.
This is so much better than Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Not really.
There's so little for me to actually latch onto here. I actually like it more that I don't relate with either of these people. Like I wasn't even like growing up in Minnesota. My brother skied, but like I played hockey, so we couldn't afford to do two hobbies that cost money. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't do both. So like I played hockey, my brother skied, so I don't relate to that. There's also that meme. It says like you're rich. A rich person will just look you in the eye and ask something crazy like, "Do you want to go skiing this weekend?" Like
It's not even that I think skiing is something you have to be rich to do. It's
No.
the fact that they were at this very high end ski resort.
Yeah.
Um,
That probably had a chalet.
But what was based
Wasn't
about the
chalet, but-
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp
I
trial
have no idea.
was that
No clue. One's
you-
French, one's Swiss.
you would get these like voice messages with Amber Heard being absolutely cartoonish, being like, "And then I'm gonna do this, and no one will believe you." Ha ha ha! Like,
What if something comes out with him being like, "And my dog stepped on a bee"?
yeah, like-
I don't understand why this is.
Oh, Mary.
Why they both have.
You got a $20 one. Hold on.
Alex Frefrickson said, "Y'all need to check out JonTron's video on Goop Comedic Gold. Keep trucking, guys. Appreciate the content."
Well, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
Like Goop, like just that name alone. It's like GAC. Do you remember GAC?
I
The
think
the,
so.
the substance.
I remember Phloem
At
better
that,
than I
there was a
remember
time
Gag.
they were definitely trying to poison every kid on the planet with some type of substance that they were hoping they would
Well, they
eat.
still are.
That was definitely like a
We
ploy.
have videos from court, by the way, to react to. I just want to give you guys a sense for how Gwyneth Paltrow comes off on the stand.
Okay, so here's the "You skied into my effing back" video.
Furious and said, "You skied directly to my effing back at the top of your lungs." Yes, I did.
yes, I did.
And, well, in fact, you were screaming that so hard you were worried that Moses was hearing you. Okay.
Dude, what?
I'm
She was worried her kid was hearing her.
I'm sorry.
I love that she was like, "Sorry for the bad language."
Her-
Will.
she- like
I
that-
love that.
Like that's like
I just love this affect.
I don't
she's
know
putting
how
on.
if crunchy means that she's crunching up her Xanax, but her eyes are low.
She's crunchy and a naturopath.
Like-
She was on CBD gummies.
Come on, Brett.
And you
get
know
it
that.
together.
What
And then
do I know?
we have another clip that
Is it from the same?
it wasn't from the same thread.
But it was the one that says,
Yeah.
"Frankly, I don't want this trial to ever end." Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
I saw one of this girl, the prosecutor in the powder blue suit, who looks like she's straight from the 80s.
Well, she looks
Being like, "So would you say you're good friends with Taylor Swift?" And like,
Yes.
this was like a 5-minute
That's
line
a whole
of
other
questioning.
thing.
And
Like,
everyone was like, what is the relevancy of this? She's
Because
I
of the
think
$1
I need to know. She
this
said
prosecutor is definitely getting a hoot and a holler out of just being in a celebrity trial of any kind and talking to Gwyneth Paltrow.
She's got pictures
She's
of Camille
starstruck.
Vasquez like up on her wall. She's like, I'm going to
She
be the next
literally
Camille Vasquez.
wants to be the next Camille Vasquez.
There's a $20 one right there.
Philip Reed said, everyone rate this pickup line. Damn, you look like the reason behind my next visit to the psych ward. What's your name?
Nice.
This is 6, I think.
I don't know who.
The thing is, you come off as a red flag.
Yeah,
So it depends on what energy you're trying to give off here.
I can't
If you
give
want
advice.
Wait, what?
I can't give advice, but there's this amazing YouTube channel of this guy who does courteous pickup. He shouts courteous pickup lines with a megaphone.
This is discourteous.
Yeah, but I'm saying
right?
but maybe that's what you need
Like,
to go for.
you look like you like crazy toxic people.
This is
Yeah.
either discourteous or incredibly self-aware.
Yeah. I'm unstable. I want to be upfront about it. I also want to hit on you.
It's like a guy.
That would be better than this line.
The guy's like, "Damn girl, it looks like you know your Wi-Fi password by heart," and like he just says like really polite things.
Brett,
to
when are
people.
you going to use these pickup lines on women in the wild?
I will have to work on that. someday.
When?
I can't give a number. I can't.
Tonight.
Back to
I don't need a
back
number.
to fake
I need a
Camille
date. I need to
Vasquez.
know the day that you are breaking
I'm
out these
still
pickup
waiting for the
lines.
movie theater pickup line.
I know. We've got a bunch, and you're just not following through.
I know.
What's the movie or theater pickup line?
What was that one again?
Hey, I thought snacks weren't allowed in the theater.
Oh,
That's when you ask her to see Oppenheimer with you.
Dude,
Boom.
I am smitten by that one.
Yeah, and I was like, Brett, like, when are we doing this? And he was like, I'll do it. And I was like, okay, when? He's like, oh, don't question me.
Thank you guys.
roadkill.
Then he had like a ton of excuses. Like, well, if you come with me to the theater,
I did
it'll
not say
seem
that.
weird. I'll seem creepy. If I go by myself, I'll seem weird. I can't go to the theater. I've got to skate. I'm very, very busy. Busy. Can't do it by.
I feel very judged right now.
I know. I am judging you openly. This is 100% what's happening.
Doesn't seem healthy.
I'm feeling very judged, and frankly, I don't think that's very fair.
I can't remember the comedian's name, but he had this thing where he was like, you don't want your kids to be bullied in school, but you don't want them to be not bullied
Seriously.
at all. You
Yes.
want them to be bullied just the right amount. And that's what we're trying to hit here. I want you to feel some pressure to go out into the world and meet a nice lady and
Why?
become the ultimate hockey dad that you are born to be.
Hockey. Oh.
See? It's sweet, right? I want
Mary,
him to have a family.
let us continue with fake Camille Vasquez.
Yes. Play the clip.
All right, here we go, guys.
See that diversion? I just want everyone to notice
It's
this.
fantastic, wasn't it?
We're wearing goggles and helmet,
Yes,
like everybody else on the slope.
that's always my.
She's so starstruck.
She's-
Look at her face.
She is right out. No, she looks like
She's-
Does anybody here remember the movie 10 Things I Hate About You? It looks like the counselor that they keep sending Kat to go see, the one who's writing the erotic novel in her office. She looks like her.
We had a better ski outfit though. I bet.
Oh my God.
I mean, she's trying to make it seem like
you are.
I'm just under 5. I think I'm shrinking.
I'm so
Tell me
jealous.
both. I have
I
to
wanna
wear
hear this.
4-inch heels just to make it to
So
5.
cool.
no, I think she's trying to like present her being as
You're
like
not
being
trained in accident
unrelatable,
and
right?
I literally can't hear it.
Yeah. Neither am I.
I was yelling at him.
Pretty loud. Pretty forceful.
I was pretty upset.
right? You're
Yeah.
small but mighty.
She's so cute. I'm sorry. Like,
Actually, you're not that small. And I'm
She's 5'10". She's not that small.
assuming, you're both here, that you're a good tipper. Okay, fantastic. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Well, see, now she just lost the foreign audience. They hate tipping. So, yeah.
love
No, I
this.
mean, I think she's being weird, but also, what are the odds that she's got this defense where she's like, you're like, how tall? 5'10"? Wow. Like, you're so special. You're tall. I don't even get to be that tall. Oh, and you have a better ski outfit than everyone on. Like, you're pretty special. And at one point, Gwyneth Paltrow can be like, I mean, I am pretty special. You're right. I am special, and therefore I deserve special treatment. And then this girl's gonna be like, so you did hit him, and you thought you could get
is
away
it
with
that, or does she just
Or
want to
whatever it
get
is.
lunch with Gwyneth Paltrow?
She so
and this
wants
is
to-
her
I
version
can't
of
tell,
it.
and that's why I wonder if she's trying to lull Gwyneth Paltrow into like this sense of security, so that she can be like, you know, like Gwyneth Paltrow won't
An ambush.
try exactly. Like maybe this '80s lawyer is really good.
Some guy's paying her to flirt with Gwyneth Paltrow, basically.
But
Yeah,
that's
this guy is watching his defense and he's like, what the
It's that meme where it's like, if your lawyer's just like this, you're going to jail. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
But it makes me wonder, like maybe she's trying to get Gwyneth Paltrow to just be like, oh, well, I really think he should have, you know, been more careful, and I didn't really need to pay attention and like slip up. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, just like, oh, I'm just like a nice, calm blonde
You're
housewife.
coming at this from the 4D chess perspective, and I'm coming at this from the smooth brain perspective.
Maybe it's just her outfit. Like she's throwing me off so much by like having this powder blue jacket on, like kind of an 80s aesthetic. But then it does make Gwyneth Paltrow seem sort of even more elite and unrelatable in the room, right? Like if you have to compare these two women, I don't know. Maybe
That's
this is
the
a great
question
lawyer.
about Taylor Swift. She said, "Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?"
Oh my
And
God.
Paltrow said, "I wouldn't say we're good friends. We're friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often."
How
then
far apart in age are they? They got to be at least 15 years apart. In age.
Then she said, she asked if Gwyneth Paltrow had given Taylor Swift, quote, intimate gifts for Christmas.
What are we doing?
And this is a reference to an ad for Goop in which Gwyneth Paltrow sent a vibrator to Taylor Swift as a Christmas gift. But this line of questioning was promptly halted by the judge.
We
didn't ever find out.
I don't know if that's what this
why that
picture was
happened.
from, but somebody had this picture in the chat where it says the plaintiff's lawyer on Instagram 1 week after the case adjourns, and they just show like a package, looks like a care package from Goop, featuring like it says, "This smells like Kim's orgasm."
Oh no, no.
It says, okay, yeah, you can read it. Very polite.
It's just, this whole thing doesn't make sense to me because I feel like a retired optometrist going to a luxury ski resort can pay his medical bills just fine and it's not worth the trouble.
I know, right?
It's been 7 years,
That's
bro.
my thing. Like, either one of them could have settled out of court by now.
Yeah.
Like, why are we going to trial over this? It's
the
been a
principle.
long time.
It's the principle.
That's what
of
it has
the
to be.
thing.
And in some ways, I want to hear this optometrist just like be like,
My
look,
favorite part
she
is,
was
like,
terrible.
the-
She was rude. She hurt me, and I don't think we should let celebrities get away with this. And then Middle America is suddenly like, what? I identify with this rich optometrist.
He needs to hire you, apparently.
There was like they said that he sent an email to his daughter that says, "Look, I'm famous." After this happened, and they're like, "Why would you send an email with that headline?"
But he
in it?
would have had no idea that it was Gwyneth Paltrow
Yeah.
while he was on the slopes. you
No,
know?
but he sent the email afterwards. Now I
Yes.
can't find
But
it.
he was
yeah.
mad regardless of who it was. He was
Yes.
going to sue no matter what. It just turned out it was Gwyneth Paltrow.
I also love that like there's articles that are like, "Look what Gwyneth Paltrow's worn during court." It just proves that nobody
Yes,
like
I wanted to do an outfit review because her outfits have been great, and I know we psychoanalyzed Amber Heard's outfits as well, and the way she did her hair and her makeup.
I do
during
love the
trial.
Dahmer glasses.
She's looking glamorous.
That's the picture I was talking about where it looks like that's her saying like, "You just mixed up Chateau and Chalet." Like she's like,
Yeah.
"How dare how dare you?"
I'm telling you, this 80s lady lawyer is dressing this way on purpose to contrast.
Look at those
Gwyneth
boots.
Paltrow. So
that looks sick.
So she looks less relatable.
I love.
She looks too fashionable to be relatable.
Yep. Well, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think-
what Amber Heard was going for. Kind of a
Frumpy.
flustered, frumpy look.
Well, you're
She's
supposed to
very
always
stressed.
wear blue. You're supposed to always wear blue because blue is relatable.
Her makeup looks bad because she's been crying the night before, and
But,
her hair is all a mess.
It didn't work. She was trying to be too much of a librarian. Whereas, like, I
Yeah.
commend Gwyneth Paltrow for being like, look, this is just the way I am, and I'm going to try and, like, because if she suddenly came in looking really dowdy, everyone would be like, don't think that's who you are.
It's sort of like how when Lana Del Rey got accused of glamorizing abuse in her songs, she said, "I'm not glamorizing abuse. I'm just a glamorous person singing about my experiences."
I don't think that's a terrible take.
It's really not. Yeah.
I mean, we mentioned the Kibbe body types the other day, and like one of the things that this comes up is like different silhouettes and different fabrics and different things look different on different body types. So like you could have two people wearing a leather jacket and one person looks just very chic and stylish and one person looks really edgy. And I think it's similar with Gwyneth Paltrow. Like she just naturally has sort of an elegant bone structure. So she looks glamorous even when she's selling stupid candles. That's just the way she carries herself. And so I think Amber Heard similarly has a very like alluring look, and so when she tried to dress like a school marmy teacher, it just didn't come off. She came across as like looking uncomfortable and out of place.
My guess is that anytime you buy that turtleneck right there, it comes with a Live, Laugh, Love plaque.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
I think
I
that's
don't-
I think that's way too expensive for your Home Goods Live, Laugh, Love plaque.
Then a very expensive Live, Laugh, Love plaque.
It probably comes with,
Live,
like-
Laugh, Love, Prosper. I
Live,
don't
laugh,
know.
love is a state of mind.
Yes.
It's not,
Live, Laugh, Love, Profit. That's what it is.
I think that Gwyneth Paltrow is just receiving a lot of undeserved backlash right now.
Where's
Just
that
because
from,
she
by the
said
way?
that we should drink coffee and bone broth for breakfast doesn't mean she has an eating disorder. And she obviously was attacked maliciously on the ski slope 7 years ago.
By a very vindictive
Yes.
retired optometrist.
Yes.
I want to know what she was saying 7 years ago. Because, like, when did the sexual, like, I thought it was a sexual assault story come from? Like,
Well, she's just saying like, oh, like at first I was worried that, you know, he was.
but what did she say? Like, because
He was just going to attack her right there
this
on the
has been
slopes.
7
Men have been emboldened these days.
this has been 7 years in the making. Obviously, at some point, I assume her story has changed to come up with this. I
They're
wanna know when it
probably
should be.
dating. This is how they
Behind the
can meet.
scenes.
Even
It's just like
better.
how everyone thought that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were getting back together during the trial, but had to keep it a secret, and then they would just share the damages afterwards. I mean, they still could.
The
It's not out of the question.
I'm checking.
It's
I
not.
was checking the Pop Culture Crisis Discord, and he said that the super chat was a play-by-play for Celebrity Fight. I'm just I'm keeping track of them. They're having their own discussion in the.
They're like,
in
"Get
in
out
the
of
Discord.
here."
Leave us alone. They just want to be left alone. Look, and that's what Gwyneth Paltrow wants. She just
peer
wants to be
into
left
their
alone with
private
her millions of
conversations.
dollars.
And then also her children, Apple and Moses, and her
course.
husband are also expected to testify soon.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.